story to tell you today, another story related to Casanova. So I'm here to do about Quattro Minuti, give or take a little bit. I am in front of the church of Santa Maria Mater Domini in the San Polo district of Venice, not too far from the Rialto Bridge. It's a narrow little street. There's going to be a lot of people walking behind me, so hopefully you can hear me okay, and you can see the church behind me here, probably in need of a good cleaning. So the story here is Casanova was a young man, and he'd gone into a chemist shop one day and saw a young woman there who he thought was quite beautiful, and he was interested in her. It turned out her uncle owned the shop, and that's why she was allowed to go in there. Otherwise her mother kept her under close wraps and hardly ever let her leave the house. Her mother was Giovanna Marchetti. We don't know the name of the girl, the daughter. Casanova never tells us. But he approached the mother and actually met her here in this church to give her a letter, and his proposal was that he wanted the young woman, Signora Marchetti's daughter, to come live with him and kind of keep house with him. In other words, have sort of an established affair with her, and he would take care of her. So the mother and daughter thought, well, maybe this is a good idea, especially if they could, make this turn into a marriage. And so Casanova also found out that there was sort of this promise that when the girl married her uncle, who was an abate, would give her the furniture from his house. So Casanova started to get a little concerned at this point, thinking that maybe he was being trapped into a marriage, and he really didn't like marriage. In fact, here's a great quote that's taken from him many times when people wondered, why didn't he ever marry? He said, "I like to do good at the expense of my money, but not at the expense of my freedom." And so the way this turned out is Casanova kind of convinced everyone that maybe he was going to marry the girl. He had some papers written up. They had the uncle's furniture moved to her house, and I think Casanova spent, I believe, one night with her. That's about it. And then he fled. He basically didn't want to get trapped into marriage, and so he took off. I have another video where I talk about what happened afterwards, that Casanova was called in front of the state inquisitors, but I won't tell you the outcome. You'll have to watch the other video. That one takes place at the Palazzo Contarini dal Zaffo in northern Cannareggio. But in this case, he basically got kind of what he wanted. The mother and daughter, I guess, got some furniture. The uncle sort of lost out. And Casanova had a good story to tell that I guess he kind of told around town for a bit. So not one of his finer moments, I would say. And that initial meeting between Casanova and Signora Marchetti happened here at this church. Churches were used for other purposes besides church services. Sometimes they were for assignations or passing letters and things like that. And Casanova did that on more than one occasion. So in this case, it was here at the church of Santa Maria Mater Domini. So here, there's the very top of it. And the front. All right, thanks for watching.